I remember the first time I stood guard at night with a rifle that felt older than I was. The base was quiet, but in that special way Israeli bases get quiet. It's never truly silent, just resting between sounds. A generator humming somewhere, a radio murmuring from a distant post. The desert air cooled fast after sunset, and it brought this strange clarity with it. I grew up hearing about military service my whole life. There were stories at family dinners, names of units spoken with respect, but none of that prepared me for how ordinary it felt to actually be there. I wasn't thinking about history or ideology. I was thinking about my shift, my partner, and whether I'd tightened the strap on my vest correctly. We were stationed near a small community, the kind you can miss if you blink while driving. Our job was simple on paper: patrol, observe, be present. In reality, it required constant attention. You learn the landscape so quickly. You learn which dogs bark at nothing, which lights turn on at the same hour every night, and which sounds belong and which ones definitely don't. During one patrol, we stopped on a ridge and looked down at the lights below. My commander pointed out landmarks quietly, not as a lesson, but just out of habit. It was then that I realized how much responsibility rests on routine. Just showing up every night, walking the same paths, being predictable so others could sleep soundly. At some point, we sat down to wait. The ground was cold, and I shifted my weight carefully so my gear wouldn't make noise. My partner offered me a piece of candy he had saved from home. We didn't talk much. We didn't need to. There was this quiet comfort in knowing someone else was watching the same darkness right there with you. Nothing happened that night. No alarms, no sudden calls. But when the sky began to lighten, I felt this quiet pride that surprised me. Not because I'd done something heroic, but because I had simply done what was asked of me. I had stayed alert. I hadn't taken any shortcuts. I had been reliable. Later, back on base, I called home. I told my parents I was fine, that everything was calm. And that was true, but it wasn't the whole story. What I didn't say was how service had already changed the way I saw myself. I felt more grounded, more aware of my impact, even in the smallest actions. That night taught me something really important. In the IDF, strength isn't just about readiness for a fight. It's about restraint, patience, and the quiet determination to protect normal life so it can just continue, unnoticed. Standing there in the early morning light, tired and dusty, I understood that being a soldier was less about big moments of action and more about the long, steady commitment to responsibility. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. See you in the next one.